In today's episode, we're going to be looking at digital marketing essentials for home remodeling contractors. In fact, this is going to be kind of a playbook that you can follow to really get your online marketing in order. So I hope you'll find this helpful. You may want to grab a notepad and a pen, something to take some notes with. And this will be helpful for you, especially heading into 2025 to get your online marketing in order. So in today's world, every remodeling contractor is going to face the same challenge, and that's how do you stand out in an ever-crowded marketplace? So the question is, are you using the right online strategies to capture attention, to attract those quality clients that you're looking for, and then also to keep them coming back to you for additional services over time? If you're still relying on just your website or the occasional social media post, then you obviously are leaving thousands of dollars in potential revenue on the table. And so what I want to help you do today is transform your online presence into a powerful lead generation machine that is working for you around the clock. And so the playbook that we're going to work through on today's episode will show you exactly how to do that. So be sure and follow along as we dive into the strategies that will help you build a unified system that will boost your visibility, improve your lead flow, and help you build just a stronger, complete online presence. So here's some of the things we'll be looking at today. Number one, building a strong digital foundation. We'll be looking at how a well-optimized website is essential for any remodeling contractor. We'll look at how to leverage your SEO to drive organic traffic. We'll be going into paid advertising to create those immediate results, using social media to engage and build your community, staying connected with email marketing, creating a cohesive digital ecosystem so that everything works together smoothly. We'll talk about tracking and optimization and doing that on a regular basis, and then defining your target audience and setting smart goals that are measurable and easy to quantify. We'll talk about maintaining consistency in your brand messaging across all of your channels, and then we'll also looking at conducting regular audits and then strategic expansion of your playbook or your game plan. So let's jump in and take a look at the digital marketing channels that you're going to want to be taking a close look at. Number one is your website, and this is always the foundation. I call it the center of your ecosystem or your online universe. It's the cornerstone of your digital presence. And for many potential customers, it's going to be their first stop where they come to learn about your services. And so you want to make sure that your website is professional, that it's well organized, and that it makes a strong first impression and can convert visitors into customers. And so there are some key elements. It needs to communicate services clearly. It needs to showcase your project photos. It needs to include client testimonials for credibility. There needs to be an SEO focus. So be sure to optimize your website for the search engines to improve your visibility for keywords like kitchen renovation or bathroom remodeler. And so, for example, you might have a home remodeler that didn't have a clear call to action. And so by adding a prominent Contact Us button, his website quickly becomes more effective at simply converting visitors into leads. Now, the next component when we're talking about your website is search engine optimization, because you want to drive organic search visibility. So what search engine optimization is going to do is it's going to increase the website visibility by helping you rank higher on the search engines like Google. And ranking well is going to allow potential clients to find you while they're actively searching for services in your area. And so here's some essentials. Number one, you want to use on-page search engine optimization. And what that means is using keywords in your content and your headings. And then off-page SEO, and that's backlinks from other reputable sites. And then local SEO strategies, and that's targeting things like Remodeling Contractor near me. Those are the essential components of your SEO strategy that you want to have working together. And then you also want to create what's called SEO optimized content. And predominantly that's going to be blog posts. And these will be blog posts that answer common questions like, how much does a kitchen remodel cost? Or what are top 10 bathroom remodeling ideas for 2024? An example of this might be a remodeler that starts writing blog posts answering frequently asked questions in his marketplace. And so he does this, and because he's doing this, his website begins to rank higher for local remodeling terms. And by doing this, he starts to get a boost in local organic traffic. That means traffic that he's not having to pay for advertising for. And then, of course, you get into your paid advertising or pay-per-click. And what this is this just creates immediate reach. Because paid advertising is going to give you immediate visibility on platforms like Google or Facebook. And it's going to allow you to target homeowners who are already interested in remodeling. So in Google Ads, you want to bid on search terms like best home remodeling contractor in your particular city. For Facebook and Instagram ads, you want to use visually appealing images, particularly of your finished work, and target your ads based on preferred customer demographics, location, even things like household income. And so, again, a little case study example. You've got a remodeler that launches a Google Ads campaign to reach local homeowners searching for remodeling services. And the result is they see a 30% increase in their website traffic within the first 4 weeks. Now, that could be a typical example. Then we want to talk about using your social media platforms effectively and building community and building trust because you're active on those social media platforms. You see, social media allows you to connect with your local community, to show off your work, and then build trust with the followers of those platforms. And so your visual platforms like Facebook and Instagram in particular are ideal. In fact, not just ideal, they're perfect for remodeling contractors. But here's some tips for you. Number one, you want to post before and after photos. Be sure and share client testimonials and then use videos to highlight completed projects. And I can't stress the video element enough. Video is the primary content that is consumed these days on social media. And be sure and engage with followers by responding to comments and then sharing community content. And then also, don't forget to use email marketing. A lot of people forget about email marketing. It is a great way to stay connected because it's going to help you stay at the top of mind with your past clients and your potential leads. You can announce promotions, you can share updates, and you can maintain long-term relationships using email marketing. So here's some elements you may want to consider. Use monthly newsletters, talk about projects you're working on, specials you're offering, seasonal promotions, service updates, things of those nature. And then let's talk about integrating your digital channels for maximum impact. And so when we talk about integration, we want to talk about having everything working together seamlessly. And the way I always refer to this is in a marketing ecosystem so that everything works together synergistically, moving in the same direction. Because what that is going to do is it's going to amplify your reach by connecting all of your channels together and reinforcing your brand and building brand recognition. So what you want to think of this as is a connected web where each channel supports and strengthens the other. In fact, I like to think of it as a spider web. When that prospect hits the spider web, they start to stick. And as they move around, they start to stick on the other components of the spider web. The more points that they stick to, the more attached to your business they become. And so what this does is it provides the potential customer with multiple touch points, building a greater degree of familiarity and trust. And then what you want to do is you want to create links back to your website from your social media channels and from your newsletters. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your social media to point people back to the website. You're going to use the website to point people back to your social media. You're going to use your email newsletters to point people back to your website and to your social media. And so what you're going to keep doing is you're going to keep this ecosystem in motion, keeping the prospect moving back and forth to your properties. Studies show us that the average person needs 7 to 12 touch points before they actually are going to make contact with you. So what we're doing is we're creating those multiple touch points within the ecosystem. Now, we want to track and analyze our results because we need to measure what's going on so we know where we are most effective and where we're getting the best bang for our buck or the best return on investment. This will also tell us where we need to improve. And so we want to use tools like Google Analytics, Facebook Insights, Microsoft Clarity, and our email marketing platform Analytics to give us guidance. And let the data tell the story. And so monitor your conversion rates, your website traffic, and your ad return on investment to tell you what your next best, most appropriate step needs to be. From there, you want to develop a comprehensive digital marketing strategy. So with an understanding of each channel and its role and what you're using that channel for, then you can structure your efforts around very clearly defined goals, a very clearly defined audience, and very consistent messaging. So number one, define your target audience. You need to know who your ideal customers are. And when I talk about who your ideal customers are, here's what I mean. Who is your best potential customer? Who's the person that is going to spend the most money with you? And who's the person that's going to do that the most often? And who's the person that is going to refer the most repeat business to you over time? That's your ideal customer. And so you want to look at their demographics, their needs, and their interests to help you custom tailor your messaging and attract more of those types of leads. And so some example questions are, who are your current clients? Who are your best current clients? And what types of projects do they search for? And so in this case, as an example, you might have a home remodeler who their target audience are homeowners aged 45 to 65 in their area who value high quality craftsmanship. And so that's what they begin to focus on. Then from there, you want to set SMART goals. And SMART goals simply means this: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And what that's going to do is that's going to help keep your marketing focused and trackable. So for example, your goal might be increase website inquiries by 20% in 6 months, or gain 500 new followers on Facebook by the end of the year. Those are measurable, achievable, relevant, and bound by time. You also want to allocate your budget across your different marketing channels. So set a balanced budget across SEO, social media, pay-per-click, and email marketing to optimize your results. And if you didn't watch our 2025 marketing planning webinar, it is available on YouTube, or you can go to remodelingmarketingteam.com/2025 plan replay, and you'll be able to catch that webinar. We actually have a spreadsheet you can use to help you determine your allocation. The suggested allocation is 35% search engine optimization, 30% pay-per-click, 20% social media, 15% email marketing. And then you want to create a consistent brand message across all your channels. Make sure that your messaging builds trust and it reinforces your brand. Be sure you're using the same colors, same logos, same tone, same messaging across all of your platforms. Mixed messages, mixed brand creates confusion in the mind of the consumer. We want to keep a laser focus in the mind of our consumer. They want to be very clear on who you are, what you stand for, and what your message is. Be sure and update your content regularly. Keep fresh, relevant content across all of your channels to build engagement and strengthen your reputation as an expert. Some ideas for you are case studies, blog posts, infographics, and before and after photos. And let me just say this when we're talking about photos and videos, make sure the lighting is good and it's high quality. Don't put poorly lit images out there or poor resolution images. Take the time to put the best quality images out there that you can, because you are giving your best presentation. First impressions matter. You're asking somebody to spend a lot of money with you. You need to make sure that you present your case well if you're going to ask for that. Now, let's continue on here. Next thing we want to look at. Maintain and scale your marketing efforts. Once your digital marketing strategy is in place, maintaining and refining it will help you continue to grow. So you want to conduct regular audits. Routine audits will ensure that your channels are performing optimally and help you spot areas for improvement. So do a website audit. Check your SEO performance. Check your load speed. Check your mobile usability. All of those things are critical. They're ranking factors. They are user experience factors. Do a social media audit. Review your engagement metrics, your follower growth, and your ad effectiveness. And then be sure to expand into new channels as you grow. So as your marketing strategy matures, consider adding new channels or strategies to reach more potential customers. Look at launching a YouTube channel to showcase video tours of your completed projects. Or maybe you want to partner with local influencers. The sky's the limit, especially now that we're getting into AI search engines and other forms of marketing. Be thinking outside the box. What new channels can you expand into as you're growing your brand? And maybe there are some local channels you need to explore. We have a client that participates on a local morning show and does a segment each week on one of the television stations, and it has been a very effective marketing channel for his remodeling company. So, as we conclude this, a well-designed marketing strategy can transform your remodeling business, but more importantly, it's going to help you dominate your local market. And so, if we can help you develop a market dominating local strategy for your remodeling business, we would love to do that. So schedule a strategy session with us at Remodeling Marketing Team. There is a link below this episode, and we would love to talk with you soon. As always, thank you for joining us on today's episode, and we look forward to having you on the next episode.